The clock is ticking toward 2026, and I made a promise to myself to embrace true emotional freedom. If you're feeling overwhelmed by clutter, both in your home and in your head, this video is your wake-up call. Watch how I completely transformed my life through decluttering, and discover how you can start your own journey today. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Comment down below. What's one area in your home that feels the heaviest to face right now? Maybe it's that closet you avoid opening, or a drawer you can't bring yourself to sort. Let's start this honestly, together. The weight of stuff. My pre-2026 reality. Before I began this journey, my home was full, but my mind was heavy. Every corner seemed to hold a decision I hadn't made yet. A box I hadn't opened. Papers I meant to organize. I'd told myself it wasn't that bad, that I just needed a few more hours one weekend to catch up. But weeks became months, and months became years. I realized I wasn't just surrounded by clutter, I was buried under it. Each pile told a story. Things I once thought I needed, things I felt guilty for wasting, things tied to people or memories I couldn't let go of. It was emotional noise I couldn't turn off. I didn't realize it then, but clutter had been quietly shaping how I lived. It made every task feel heavier. It made rest feel undeserved. It even stole moments of joy because my eyes were always catching on what was unfinished. But as 2026 started to feel closer than I expected, I felt this pull to change. It wasn't about organizing or cleaning anymore. It was about wanting peace. I wanted to walk into a room and feel calm again. That's when I decided, before the new year arrived, I would let go. For real this time. The revelation. More than just things. When I finally started, I thought I was just going to clear space. What I didn't expect was how deeply personal it would feel. The first day, I sat in front of a box of old letters. I picked one up and felt tears welling up. It wasn't about the letter itself. It was the person it reminded me of, the years gone by, the version of me who had written it. That's when I realized something big. I wasn't decluttering my home. I was decluttering my emotions. Every item I touched seemed to hold a little energy, some of it warm, but some of it draining. I began to understand that I'd been carrying the weight of unprocessed emotions disguised as keepsakes. Letting go wasn't easy. It took me hours to part with a few things, but each time I did, I felt a small release, like air filling lungs that hadn't expanded in a while. I learned that sentimental doesn't have to mean permanent. The love behind an object doesn't disappear when the object does. The memory stays, even when the shelf clears. If you've ever held something and felt that quiet tug, that mix of guilt and attachment, you understand this part of the journey. You're not alone. If you felt that, hit the like button, not for the algorithm, but as a little signal to yourself that you're ready to release something too. The journey unfolds. Small wins, big shifts. I started small. A drawer here, a shelf there, no big plans, no pressure. Just gentle momentum. The first drawer I cleared was my kitchen junk drawer. It was ridiculous how many things were in there. Old batteries, keys to who knows what, rubber bands, dried pens. It felt symbolic of my brain, chaotic and full of things that didn't belong. When I finished that one drawer, I actually smiled. It was the smallest win, but it felt huge. I had proven to myself that change was possible. From there, I moved to my bookshelf. I donated books I knew I'd never read again. Suddenly, I could see my favorites clearly. That shelf started to reflect who I am now, not who I used to be. Each space I cleared made the next one easier. It's like the clutter had been blocking energy. Once it started flowing again, everything felt lighter. And something unexpected happened. I started sleeping better. My thoughts didn't loop as much at night. I woke up calmer, even excited to start my mornings. Decluttering stopped being about stuff and started being about self-respect. I wasn't punishing myself for letting go. I was honoring the person I was becoming. If you're nodding along right now, don't wait until January to begin. Subscribe to Senior Decluttering Diaries and make this your time too. We're all walking this road together, learning how to let go, one drawer, one memory, one step at a time. Embracing the emptiness, my 2026 vision. When I look around my home now, it feels different. There's space, there's air, there's quiet. I used to fear that emptiness would feel cold or lonely, but it doesn't. It feels free. Every surface now has a purpose. Every item that remains has meaning. I can finally breathe without that subtle pressure I used to ignore. And beyond the walls of my home, something inside me shifted too. I'm not as reactive. I move slower, more intentionally. I pause before buying things, and I notice the calm that's come into my days. Now, as 2026 approaches, I feel light. Not just physically, but emotionally. Like I've cleared the path for what's next. I no longer see emptiness as loss. I see it as possibility, as space for something new to enter. Your path to freedom, beyond the clutter. If you've watched this far, maybe something inside you is stirring too. Maybe you're ready to create your own version of freedom. Don't overthink it. Start small. Pick one spot, maybe your nightstand or that one cabinet you avoid. Take 10 minutes and look at each item with honesty. Ask yourself, do I need this or am I keeping it out of fear? You don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to start. Every single item you release gives you back a little piece. And remember, clutter isn't always physical. It's the mental lists, the emotional weight, the stories you tell yourself about who you used to be. Letting go means you get to live now, not in the past. If this video spoke to you, subscribe to Senior Decluttering Diaries. This space is for you, for all of us who want to live lighter, freer, and more meaningfully. And in the comments, share your story. What does emotional freedom mean to you? What's one thing you're ready to let go of before the year ends? Because this isn't just about decluttering rooms. It's about reclaiming your peace. Your freedom starts now. Subscribe to Senior Decluttering Diaries for more stories, guides, and inspiration on living with less and feeling more alive. See you in the next video, and remember, peace begins the moment you decide your life deserves space.